Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Genshin Impact. Uh, I am still in Inazuma, and let me just open this up here. Um, Still got quite a bit to do.
It's
Um,
hard to remain.
Quest journal, the quest journal is still pretty full. I do want to continue on this with the story, um, but not immediately. A couple things I want to do first is I did mention that I got a quest from Catherine to go check out the storm over here. I kind of want to just, uh, like I did with the chasm, I just want to take a quick look, see what it's like over there. Probably get the marker so I can open up the map a little bit more. But the quest looks like it's one of the rewards is Primo Gems or Primo Gems, however you pronounce it. So I am thinking it's probably going to be a lot similar to the Chasm. So I may not do much more than just an initial exploration, and I might just do the rest on my own. Depends on what's going on there. But the other things I want to do um, is I want to do another story quest. Uh, I've done two of them so far, Jean and Venti. Jean's was so, not that great, and Venti's was pretty good. So I think I want to unlock uh, John Lee's first one here, um, and start on that after checking out the island here. I don't want to unlock Mona yet because, as far as the main story is concerned, I haven't even met her. There have been, the Windbloom event and things like that where she makes an appearance, but again, that assumes that you're further in the story and have already met her. So I don't want to do that one until bare minimum having met her. And Zhongli's Act 2, of course, seems like it's required to do the first one. Um, these other ones, I might do Ganyu's at some point, but I think that's the only one I've really met out of these. Yeah. Um, but then I might also do Noel's Hangout quest, which I have no idea what it's all about, but I might want to start that and see what it's like. Uh, I am also on the cusp of Adventure Rake 45. Luckily, according to this information, I need to do a quest in order to basically uh, get the stronger monsters and such. So I'm not worried about actually um, getting to rank 45 because nothing will get stronger until I finish the quest. Unlike the last time where it was automatic. So, also, I have unlocked this little thing. Uh, when I was over on Amakane Island, I checked out this little symbol right here, and that unlocked the Wave Rider. And since then, I've unlocked a couple others around the map here. Um, this is a bit of a question. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but it looks like it's probably underwater somehow. So I guess I might get the ability to do that at some point. Uh, the sakura tree, I actually missed when I was there during the story. So I have gone back and uh, checked the tree out. Apparently, you can donate the electricity currency to get rewards there. So since I am unable to do anything at the shop here, I've just been donating it there and getting rewards. Um, but yeah, I just want to head over here first, and then we'll go from there. A little bit of the unexpected stuff. Can I zoom out at all? No, doesn't look like it. At least not very well. Other than that, though, I think I have gotten enough resources to level Beto up when I'm able to. There's the primary gem resource that doesn't actually unlock until rank 45, so I have not been able to do that part. Looks like my destination is this way, a bit more. But other than that, I've been working on getting the resources for the other characters as well. Still don't really have much more than 5 characters that, well, not even 5 characters because Barbara is still at 60. But, oh, things are changing. Well, this is interesting. Now that I'm close enough. This is definitely giving off similar vibes to, can I see it from here? The Dragon Mountain, or whatever it's called. Oh, it's getting really dark. Interesting. It might just be late in the day too. I don't know. I didn't check to see when I was leaving. That certainly looks interesting. Oh, gotta be careful about getting struck by lightning. All right, now I'm here.
Hey, it's just a little lightning. No need to fear it on the open ocean, so there's even less need to fear it on dry land.
All right, so who am I talking to? Eiko. All right, so it seems like this is just not quite main, not enough for talking. So I'll need this book and this one and this one. Ah, hello there. You're an adventurer? Hmm. Am I right to say that you're here to investigate the island? You could say that. I see. In that case, you can explore the periphery of this island a bit. But don't wander too close to the center of the island as you please. The storms there are not to be trifled with. Is there no way to solve this issue, or are there only storms over there? Are there only storms over there? Yes, strange, isn't it? It's almost like something's drawn a boundary for the storms. That fellow Taisuke keeps insisting on the storms must have been the work of the Archon, meant to block ordinary people from violating a sacred site. I didn't believe a word of it at first, but then we discovered some very strange stone structures in the area. Taisuke read in a text he found that These structures are known as warding stones, and according to the legends, these stone structures really are ritual implements that can be used to seal certain things. Unfortunately, the stone structures we found were all busted up, and not one looks like it's been repaired in who knows how long, or how many years. We lack the clues we need to solve this mystery. How very frustrating. But since it's, but since, sorry, but since it's work, I suppose we've just got to give it a go. Where did you find them? Not far. Taisuke's been there the whole time investigating. I just came back to help him grab some books. If you want to go have a look, I can take you there. The quicker we solve the mystery behind the warding stone, the sooner we can report back to the guild. Just hold on a moment while I bundle this up. Alright, that's that. Let's go. Are we actually walking, or... No. Seems like you have moved much further in. Okay. But it is in the direction of the statue. So... there's this thing again. I see it now and again, but I don't know what it has anything to do with anything. Just gonna act... Oh, hello. Activate this. I doubt that I'll get stranded here, but, you know, never hurts to be safe. Ah, I see. That's where I'm heading. You know what? If it's all in the water and it's on a different island, well, I say on a different island, if it's on a different part of this island that has water in between here and there, then I'll just take the boat. See where this gets me. And give those creatures, or whatever they are, a little bit more of a wide area, so stay away from them. I haven't actually been struck by lightning yet, but it's been close many times before. Oh. Okay, it doesn't actually. This is a bit of a sandbar, so guess we're just gonna have to hop out and go from here. That one's way up there. Probably get to it with this thing somehow. Yep. Nope. Won't let me. Alright, well, I guess I'll just float down this way. And I'll grab the statue. I don't know what naku weeds are used for yet, but I'm sure something will be needed, or need them for a recipe or something. Alright. I have more islands to explore. Looks a bit interesting. Yeah, the southeastern isles look like they're probably the lightning area, and the ones away from it are a little safer to explore. Do I have any extra? I just picked one up, so there we go. Another level of this. A little disappointed that I'm not getting stamina for this anymore. Um, might just be because this area doesn't offer it. Maybe the other areas still do. Okay, so it looks like they're up there, but it also looks like there's enemies just wandering by. Something that has managed to happen while, or in between the last couple of episodes, is Zhang Ling has become one of the stronger, or the strongest character I have, getting up to 1821 attack power. Again, that's partially because I cannot level this weapon up for Beto. So, Beto is still going to be the primary character I use because I've gotten used to blocking instead of just dodging everything. So, I'll probably switch in Xiangling whenever I need to do a bit extra damage. Alright, the seal. No, no. Taisuke, I brought the resources that you asked for. That's odd. The architecture doesn't fit. Hey, Taisuke. Eiko, come on. You don't have to be so loud. You almost gave me a heart attack. I mean, you didn't, of course, but haven't you ever considered the racket you were making by to attract monsters? Yeah. Look. I called you several times already and you didn't respond at all. Well then, guess who's got all the resources you asked for? Guess who's brought a little help from the guild to boot? An honor to make your acquaintance. Oh, pleased to meet you. Yes, nice to meet you indeed. My name is Taisuke, and I'm an adventurer with the Inazuma Adventures Guild. Yes, very nice. We're all adventurers here. No need for the whole song and dance. I mean, it's true. We're all part of the same guild. I mean, kind of. They're part of the Inazuma branch, whereas I am kind of a... I don't know what the proper term would be, but kind of a mercenary among the guilds. Or I guess traveler between the guilds. I work for all of them. Oh, don't say that. We should at least exercise some basic courtesy. We busy ourselves out in the wild so often, it's only right that we maintain a good attitude and outlook during our downtime. Never mind. I've told you that many times, haven't I? A good attitude starts with treating people with politeness. Okay, enough already. How are your warding stone studying? How are your warding stone studies going? Basically, we've made zero progress. All we found is some strange tracks. Well, that was quick. No progress, huh? We've been here for quite a while now. If we don't make some headway soon, we should probably ask for the guild for additional help. Additional help? Would that be the same as admitting we're not up to that task? Taisuke, I believe that I've said this before. Professionals. Taking commissions is work. Our goal is to finish our work, not prove ourselves. If we mess up while trying to prove ourselves, we lose more than we'd gain. That's professional ethics for you. Thanks, but I wouldn't claim to speak for anyone else. Some guild members say that I've got no spirit. Others say I work for the sake of working. But whether they like it or not, I've got the highest commission completion efficiency in the guild. So what's your reason for being an adventurer then? Work, or that's it, really? Simple goals, I see. Well, maybe it's because my goals are so simple that the guild tends to send me out to complete commissions more often than most. But it seems like I won't be able to clear this one solo. Miss Eiko, please keep your spirits up. The guild did give us this commission after all. I'm already giving it my 100%. It's just too much to ask for me to give my 120%. Well, whatever. Tell us about those strange tracks. They're cat's tracks. They go from they go from this warding stone side and stretch all the way out. I remember you mentioning that they belong to a cat. That doesn't sound like it would have anything to do with the warding stone. Apparently I'm having a hard time reading today. I'll probably get better as the night goes on. Well, but we could still follow these tracks to have a look. Yes, they're quite strange. But I'd say that we should focus on the warding stone. Once we've worked out how it functions, we can go follow those tracks. Miss Eiko, are you just unwilling to walk any further by any chance? No, I'm being rigorous. Let's start already. Looks like they're determined to look into the warding stone first. Still, Paimon's quite concerned about those cat tracks. Since they appeared just beside the warding stone, maybe they really do have something to do with it. Let's follow them and see what we can find. Alright, that's where I'm gonna be for this. My plan is to do it off screen, but if y'all want me to do this during the next stream, then I will hold off on it and do it then on stream. But it seems like it's going to be a lot of talking, and I don't know how much I'd actually be able to do. So, for the time being, I'm going to... Oops, wrong one. I am going to do one of the story quests. The Shadow of Yore, I believe, is the one I just unlocked. Pearl Galley. Yeah. And that is all the way out here. Now, I know that when I got onto the galley the first time and finished that quest, they said talk to a certain person on the dock and they will send me to the boat. But that was only once that they said it, and I've completely forgotten which person to talk to. So instead of spending all the time trying to figure out which person at the dock I'm supposed to talk to be to get sent out there, I'm just gonna swim again, and then maybe on my way back they'll tell me who it is. Give me just a second here. All right. And I could, well, that didn't really help out, did it? All right. I could swim from the island and make it a little bit of a shorter swim, but this is just good enough. I've got enough stamina to reach it, so it shouldn't be all that difficult. However, I don't want to swim fast because I probably wouldn't have enough stamina to do that. I am kind of curious though if I could take the Wave Rider all the way back up this way. I mean, without a summon point, it wouldn't be all that handy except for the time that I bring it. But it could possibly be useful if I'm allowed to take it. Might not be. Might do something similar on the way up here as I encountered on the way down there. There's probably the storm that would prevent me from getting all the way back here. Alright, so meet Zhongli at the table side. And he's right there. Do I recognize anyone here? Not really. At least not off the top of my head. So let's see what happens.
Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Yes, we had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite a knowledgeable and talented pair, and a pleasure to be around. Traveler, we were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis. Would you like to listen?
Well, I mean, I don't think there's anyone better to ask about it.
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined to correct some of his erroneous views.
Well, like I said, no one knows better than him.
We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
The first Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early nations of that time. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Teyvat. The world's very first Mora should have been cast by the hands of the Lord of Geo himself thousands of years ago.
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been passed down secretly through the years as a kind of token.
Maybe by others, but with the way that Rex is about money, I don't think he probably thought much about it. He probably made one, was like, here you go, here's something for you to, here's the standard, go ahead and make more of it yourself, and forgot about it. Because he doesn't seem to really care all that much, since he can pretty much just make, or could just make money whenever he wanted.
For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony they hold when they come to power.
No. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such a simple thing. Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, Mora is used in the mystic arts for its curious properties of weapon enhancement. The world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. My next historical treatise will boldly expound on the newest findings from my intense decade-long research. That is, that the Lord of Geo used this original Mora as a catalyst to enhance a dagger and a sword.
Um, well, if it's by normal standards, he wouldn't be able to enhance a dagger and a sword. He would have to use it to enhance a dagger or sword.
A dagger and a sword?
Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only reveal this. The one who finds the dagger shall become supreme in Liyue, and the one who finds the sword may be crowned Liyue's sovereign.
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. But Mora and money came about simply because they are a convenient measure of a contract's value. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a catalyst for people to exchange and trade. The world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis. As for its fate, the same as all Mora, I suspect. It was simply spent somewhere.
I'd have to agree.
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument, on the other hand, lacks any evidence. How can you so easily dismiss the Lord of Geo's profound foresight?
No, I am not debating right or wrong. I am simply stating a fact.
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
Again, no one knows better than him.
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag. But discussion is meaningless if everyone has the same opinion, no?
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to build houses. The model home he used to teach them was completely cast from Mora, correct?
That is correct, indeed.
Wow, okay.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant if not because of the mystical power that Mora contains?
Because it was easy for him to make.
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to get than Mora?
Exactly.
Oh. Huh.
It's like you're telling someone else's tale.
I mean, I am talking about Rex Lapis.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find somewhere quiet to chat? I mean, if it's okay with you.
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us? Perhaps they could be of some help.
I'm just here for a good story.
Of course. They can come if that's what pleases you, sir. Let's go.
Alright, so they went up here. Up to the stage.
Fine wine indeed.
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. So it's best to discuss this somewhere quiet. Your argument just now exhibited acuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the others. You remain objective. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
That's a good question.
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly must have broken some kind of contract.
It's fair.
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt. The god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god, but she encountered Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to assassinate her.
What? No No way!
This bit of history is a long story. But you may not like the truth when you hear it.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
Look embarrassed, Zhongli, or is the story that complicated? Is the story that complicated?
Quite so. I don't know where to begin.
Hello, person.
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you. So you're over here all this time.
The Fatui? Is that who that's supposed to be? I guess.
Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise, Paimon's reporting you to the Millilith.
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon. There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya. I'm not here for trouble.
The Fatui say that every time.
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official documentation if you want to see it. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be shared with the ministry. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount to hire Zhang Li as my own consultant while I'm in town.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes?
I think it's best to be cautious.
Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor must respect their duty.
Yeah, it's true, but still be cautious.
Of course you would be such a reasonable man. Well then, let's head out now, shall we?
Wait, if you are studying archaeology, can I go too? I am also a scholar in this field, so I can help.
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too.
I don't really know anything about archaeology.
This experience may be of help to you on your future adventures. It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished, it will still be a meaningful experience for your journey.
Wait. This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one. It will surely be of great help to us.
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will absolutely find a way to open it.
Hey, Paimon's good at that too.
Well, that is quite enticing. All right then. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, perhaps something of interest was washed ashore. An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. But a piece of the god's limb would be even better. Who knows what surprises we may find.
And there I am at 45. Now we're heading this way, huh? Well, good thing there's a waypoint over here.
This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything valuable here?
Huh? Paimon thinks it looks really grand.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all, and I don't even know where to begin looking here.
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be, if you wish to learn about the gods or the history of the Archon War. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing the Overlord of the Vortex. After many years of wind erosion, Those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapons?
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago were much greater, both in number and in size. But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity, many of them have been completely swallowed by the sea. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyan Stone Forest.
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong in its own right.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Guyan Stone Forest. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the Overlord of the Vortex have given those sunken objects a chance to see the light of day again.
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich rich with archaeological knowledge and historical value, yes? That's all I seek in life. Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to split up and look.
Sure you do.
Okay then, I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in various disciplines, when it comes to archaeology, I can't compete with the expert here.
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
I get it. I'll escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare, let's meet on the shore opposite from here. The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
Well, I mean, there's this great big circle on the mini-map. Is that a good enough mark? So let's see here. And it looks like it's heading right for these guys. So. Oh, I
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
don't have my usual fire. I don't have Amber with me. And away he goes. Oh. All right. You're taller, sure. But I'm next to the explosives.
Take this!
Why are there enemies here?
Guyan Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Okay, so these guys seem like they're more than just the normal ones then? Is that what?
Nice and spicy.
Oh, hello? go. But I guess that wasn't our destination. What we're looking for is this way. So it's probably these ice creatures. Or not the creatures. Hey, look, chicken. Or fowl. Whatever. Where did that come from, I wonder? Alright. Now over this way.
They're gathering together here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. But the hydromimic monsters... I have a contract, and must put my personal feelings aside. Go ahead. Defeat them, and recover the relic. It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. There should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
And back? I thought we came from that way. Oh well. We're heading back further up ahead.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you good for?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to explain.
Oh, stop arguing! What in the world happened?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back. Ugh, what a waste of time.
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange?
Bit strange, or one shouldn't lack general knowledge in their field. I mean, it's true, one shouldn't lack general knowledge in their field.
And you! You kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also matches the traditions of Liyue, does it not?
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. We were able to bring back some intriguing objects. Let's have a look. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex, but they have nothing to do with the god besides being in the vicinity at the time. This stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power. Perhaps it will be useful for research purposes.
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the gods, yes! This is good. Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of hiring you. It's all mine.
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of divine power on it?
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the God of Salt is because history can tell us about culture and beliefs. But you're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense! I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, if I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
Well, careful what you wish for. No, you're trying to get rich off archaeology, or no, you're trying to collect the strength of the gods. I mean, it sounds like he's just in it to get money, but at the same time, their goals are usually to collect the strength of the gods. So I'm going to say a second one.
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber. So unless you want to mess with the Qixing...
Ah, I see. What a shame. It was of such high quality, too.
See? You do want to sell these objects!
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so simple-minded. All right, then. No need to stay here any longer. I'm rather quite intrigued by the God of Salt, too, actually. Let's go to Salterai next.
Alright, where's that? Salterai. Oh. It's that place. I've actually been wondering how to get into this place. Because I believe the slab says only those invited can enter, or something like that. No need to battle the big guy if I don't need to. Now, why did you guys get angry once I was already over here? Are you gonna walk over here? Can you walk over here? Okay. I don't have an archer currently, so... He's losing his earth shield, though. I'm just gonna move further away, see if he gives up. There we go. But, yeah. Salt seals, the ruin within. None uninvited may enter in. Okay.
I heard that Salterai was once the home of the God of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads of valuable relics nearby.
According to legend, the people of the God of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her protection. But this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't many valuable things left here.
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the God of Salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name of Salterai. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. Nobody has been able to break the seal. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism, the seal wasn't affected at all. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the God of Salt.
Is it related to the God of Salt's people? Is it related to Rex Lapis? I mean, I guess I'm more interested to see if it's related to Rex Lapis.
I don't know. There's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to hide some kind of long-forgotten truth. The god of salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shameful secrets to hide. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer, Morax.
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of Geo would do, though.
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the god of salt lie within this ruin, just waiting for someone to find them, right?
You weren't listening at all, were you? Ugh. Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, nobody can get in if the seal isn't broken.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little seal shouldn't be any trouble for him.
I mean, especially if he's the one that made it in the first place. But if he's the one that made it, then he's also the one that wants it to be kept shut.
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all of its secrets.
I may know something about it.
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do in fact contain the secret to breaking seals. Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so, follow me then.
Where are we going now? Back over here, huh? Well, let's teleport past the big guy. And go from here. Are we probably going to be lighting these things along the way? Looks like somebody set up a...
Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed.
So I have to stand. Ah, it's this thing again. Okay.
See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
Alright, back over this way. Where's this next one?
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments here. So you're saying they're related to all this? When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany me. But when we lit up all the elemental monuments, nothing happened.
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order as well. Otherwise, the seal will not be broken.
Okay. But how do you activate them at the same time, yet in a certain order?
The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
I think I've heard this saying before.
Certainly you have. And the contents of this saying are also related to the god of salt. To provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by the Archon War, This benevolent god searched all across Liyue. At that time, with the chaotic fires of war engulfing the land, even one sliver of peace was a luxury. And that haven she eventually found is right here. Today, it is known as Sal Turai.
How sad then. In the end, this peaceful place was destroyed by Morax.
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break the seal. Whatever happened doesn't matter as long as we can get inside that ruin.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingse in the north. With this clue, you should be able to solve the puzzle.
Alright, these guys are probably going to get in the way, though. Oh, right. I just stepped in water, so... Alright, to activate them quickly, though, it's probably best to have Lisa.
Oh, you're taking me out.
Alright, so... south... there.
Look! The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth, lost to time.
Alright, thanks for the assistance, Lisa. Time...
Wish
get
me luck.
Barbara again. Actually, I don't even know. I don't think these were even here till I started this quest. So, because this was one of the first places I explored when coming here, because right up at the top of the cliff is where you started, and I just basically hopped off and did a thorough exploration of this little island group. So, but you know, I guess it's one of those things that, oops.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that we saw at Guyonstone Forest.
Okay. What is it?
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
Well, I won't take any either, apparently.
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity like this up so easily!
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No, absolutely not.
That's better than having to split it between 4.
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt. I can't accept this.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant on this expedition. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin, as well as traps.
You have the audacity to demand this! Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the God of Salt should be enough to make a fortune.
You only get to claim one, I thought. But also, he's not demanding anything. He's just saying he won't consult you unless you do it.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, Mr. Zhongli. If we discover the truth behind the God of Salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
I can accept this arrangement. Well then, let's go.
Into the cave. It looks like it probably has the cloud floor that some places have. Maybe. No. Okay. Interesting. Now, does this count as treasure? All right, I'll leave it alone. All right. It's fairly straightforward. Oh, it's a dungeon. Earth, you say? Seal has been broken, and both the treasures and the tail of the god of salt wait within. Party pushes on, each armed with disparate aims. Is Zhongli going to be part of the party? Well, I don't know for certain, so I guess I will...
Let's make haste.
Throw an Earth party member in. Oops. There we go. Okay, he is part of it. And he does wield a spear. Interesting. So that looks like a defensive thing of some sort. Oh, and this one puts up a shield around it. Okay. Bizarre looking statue that appears to be made of salt. I mean, it doesn't really look all that bizarre.
Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Ugh.
They were probably followers of the God of Salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Alright, let's see how he handles. Ow. Alright, we're heading up that way. Right. This is a dungeon. Can't climb unless it lets you. So I'm supposed to go up that way, but I can't climb. There's nothing there. Just to be sure, it can't climb that. Okay. Now, if I do that, I can climb that. Okay, so seems like cannot do anything in this place without him. Which is understandable. I mean, they gave him to you to be able to do this. But still. What is this?
Look at this! It's filled halfway with salt.
Just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt was a god lacking in treasures.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to say, it is bottomless.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt is powerful indeed.
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I claim this as mine.
Okay.
I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell it and make a fortune!
Hey! How can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a shallow pursuit?
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according to the contract agreed upon.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than this rare find?
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight with him.
Then let's move on, shall we?
Alright then. Gets endless salt. I do like the scenery in these things sometimes. Ah, here we go again. What do we have this time?
Ha! Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth anything.
This, if I remember correctly, this is some kind of measuring tool.
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another power. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt, much like a rising tide covers the earth. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper harvest of salt.
What? That's even better than the salt chalice!
How so?
Well then, according to our contract, The Salt Ruler goes to Miss Wanyan.
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of the stick?
Because you made a hasty decision.
And this girl has been useless. Why would she get anything?
Oh boy, here we go again.
Yeah, just...
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need you. Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let you make the rules?
Because you agreed to a contract. Rex Lapis once said, "Ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock."
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I
will suffer the wrath of the rock. You may find it rather unpleasant.
Pay your dues.
Rise!
don't actually know what this does.
This is order.
No, stay off the pillar.
Crumble! I shall confiscate your treasure as well. You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin. Leave this place.
Oh, darn you! Just you wait.
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend for so long.
Hope you never become as greedy as him, Paimon. At least we had our guard up. You know, a lot of jokes are made at Paimon's expense. I try not to choose those options as often as I can.
Yeah, good thing Paimon can smell a liar from a mile away.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other things that may tempt us to break contracts. When people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control their desire and follow the contract? I think we should be honest with each other now.
Huh? Be honest about what?
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological expedition came here for archaeology.
Why do you say that?
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything regarding the god of salt. You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the god of salt. I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Yinyuan Hall.
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to have been right to seek you out once I plucked up my courage. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Qixing, Yinyuan Hall of the salt industry. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Come to think of it, I've never heard you say Rex Lapis, or I've never heard you say Lord of Geo. I mean, sure. Personally, I wouldn't have put this together just because I wasn't trying to make the connection, but yeah, I'll just, again, they're both the same, so we'll just go with the top one.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it, the people of Liyue very seldom use the name Morax.
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left us alone and lost in the world. We hate him! But this is Morax's Liyue after all. And its history is written as he wishes. So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and cruelty in his heart. We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli? You must judge this history fairly.
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Liyue is no longer Morax's Liyue. Come with me. All the answers you seek lie ahead.
All right. On we go.
Right!
Does that work? Nope.
Crumble!
Let's try that. Nope. That didn't work either.
Even bedrock can be turned to...
Oh, wow. Okay. Was not expecting that. So let's just bring it back. I've got too many different foods that do the same thing.
Let the show begin.
There we go. This time we'll do this instead. There we go. Ah, they gave me a little fireplace. There's fire. Again, I really like it when they provide me ways to use Beto's ability without having to wait for them to hit me.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Boba, get them!
Oh, okay.
Go, Barbara! I'll protect us.
Oops. Getting my buttons mixed up. There we go. What's this? Oh, just meat. Okay. What do we got here?
This is a sword? Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves proves that the God of Salt had to fight back against the evil Morax. But sadly, she was defeated. The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the God of Salt.
It does look like something left behind after being defeated in battle.
But it also looks like it's only 2/3 of the sword.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim one.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer here.
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take 2 relics at the same time.
This logic!
But even if you could take 2, again, this is not a complete sword. You only have the end of the blade and the middle of the blade. There's also the bottom of it that's attached to the hilt.
Zhongli, she seems like a good person, and no one is fighting over the treasure. How about you let this one slide, huh?
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not followed, then it is broken.
It's true.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the God of Salt cannot be restored.
Might not be able to be repaired, but you could reforge it.
No matter what, I must be faithful to her. Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided? Then there is a price to pay for breaking the contract.
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the wrath of the rock.
That's okay. The God of Salt gave up her life to protect her people. My sacrifice is nothing compared to that. Punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. But, as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh? The truth? You mean the truth is my punishment?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you shall be your price to pay for breaking the contract. I'm afraid to say that the God of Salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat among the 7.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Tevat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No! It can't be so.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade? Then... this sword...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the God of Salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true! You're trying to test my faith in the God of Salt.
As I said before, I only state the facts.
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax! Don't try to trick me!
Hey! Come back!
What you said is really true, right?
Indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. But the contract was broken. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
All right.
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
Yeah, this is where I thought I was looking earlier. So you went up that way and circled around, I guess.
What are all these? What did they see? What did they do? What happened?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened back then. This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime.
Looks like one of the statues was... if the sword was what killed her, one of the statues in that overhead view looked like it was the one wielding it, I guess.
The Archon War was
Yeah,
cruel in
this
the
one.
extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
But what about these statue thingies?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in her heart?
Even if this is so, I can't! This must be a lie. A false history, all of it! Don't you dare try to shake my faith!
Yikes. Xiangli didn't show any mercy this time either.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good enough for now.
You seem all too familiar with what happened to the God of Salt. Didn't just hear her, or you didn't just hear rumors about the way to break the seal, did you?
Indeed. In ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me as well. Faith in a god who has already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also.
People of Liyue will understand that one day.
All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyanstone Forest?
Sure.
Huh? What do you want to do, Zhongli?
Treading old ground, telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
I guess that's it for here. So does this mean that we broke our word in the contract as well, since we took treasure? All right. Back down to Stone Forest. Now I'm out of there, I should get the correct people back in my party.
Outrider Amber, reporting.
There we go. Up. Oh, okay. Guess it's time to start climbing. I can't remember. Oh. If there's a faster way up. Oh, slipping. Lost track of the marker, but it still says it's up. So I'm probably underneath it. Gotta be careful about trying to do this one quick. Doesn't look like there's really a place to stand. Maybe right here. Nope. 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 Maybe here? There we go. Getting close on the stamina. Gotta be careful. There's probably a easier way up, but I certainly didn't see it in the few moments that it took me to get over here. Once I get to the top, I'll probably be able to tell what would have been the better way to go. Yeah, that side probably would have been easier to climb. Oh well.
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyan stone forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming.
So what would you like us to do?
I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as myself. Someday we may all disappear.
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is engraved in your memory, it will one day accompany you into another world. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat.
So that's why you wanted us to come with you. So you didn't just bring me along to find treasure? I mean, what he says is a good idea, but that also requires me to basically remain in this world. And as a traveler, once everything is said and done, I don't see why I wouldn't just pick up and continue traveling. So, we'll see.
Sounds like tough work.
Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea.
Is that really the best? I mean, if the chalice is only half full and will remain that way, I mean, it always produces salt. But what happens if you try to put something into it? Will it try to fill up the chalice, and thereby, if you dump it if you put the chalice into the ocean, wouldn't the ocean attempt to fill up the chalice, which couldn't be filled up, therefore drain the ocean? And vice versa, by putting the chalice in the ocean, you're putting that much salt into the water. Yes, the ocean is salty, but with the chalice in the ocean, you effectively create something like, what is it, the Dead Sea, where like the salt content is very high or something like that. I don't know. That just seems like a bad idea.
Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
As I said before, this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned. This includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folktales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
I would say that was a pretty good quest. So, you know, at the moment, I think I'm sitting at 2 out of 3 of what of those quests were worthwhile. So, yeah, I'll be doing more of those as I get around to them. Let's see, like Act 2, I could probably do. Ganyu, I definitely want. Maybe Tartaglia, but again, I mentioned before, I don't even know him as that name. I know him just as Child. So I'm thinking I need to continue in the story and possibly run into him again in order to think that it's worthwhile to do this. Mona, still haven't met her. Zhao, I've barely met. Like, he was a big part to play in Liyue, yes, but like his part in the story, or my interaction with him in the story, really wasn't all that much. You know, I believe I talked to him twice, maybe 3 times at most before he showed up at the final battle. So, and as far as these other ones go, obviously these ones that say to complete the prerequisite quest, I really haven't met yet. Let's see. I know I've heard mention of Raiden Shogun. Yai Miko I've met, but not much has happened. Yelan, I think I've only had the briefest of contact with, and it's trying to be mysterious about it. And I believe that was in the chasm. Everyone else here, I have had no contact with. So there's only a couple more of these I feel that I can do at the moment. And then over on this one, I think I've gone through it before, like Ningguang, Yujin. Those two definitely I think I could do at this point. Beidou for sure. Toma, maybe. I haven't really done much with him yet. That's probably going to unlock more later. Diona is locked. But it looks like it might be able to just be unlocked with 2 keys. Noelle, I don't think I've had much to do. I think the only reason why I unlocked it is because it was a character I recognized, and I was deciding between Noelle and Barbara. So that's part of the reason why I'm hesitating with Noelle, is I haven't really gotten to know her all that well. But then again, maybe that's what these hangout quests are for. I don't know. As for other quests, I think at this point I will continue with the main story. And go from there.
If you ever want to trade tactics,
Hopefully this part of the quest won't take as long as some of the previous ones, but we'll see. Hopefully an hour and a half at most. Alright, so what's going on with this? We were told to meet at the tea house. But apparently it's empty, silent as the grave, but for the barking of the dog out back. I have a bad feeling about this. Wait. But there's also a dog inside. Maybe that's the dog that's supposed to be barking. So, let's go in and find out. I mean, there's...
My apologies. Kamore Tea House only accepts guests of sufficient status. Please don't enter without permission.
Alright. But if something strange is going on inside, how come you haven't noticed?
How strange. It's never this quiet here.
And that dog's not barking, so it must have been the one out behind the shop. Oh, now you are.
Toma's playing his ventriloquist game again, huh? Toma? Toma? Hey, you can come out now. Paimon's seen you already. Huh, not a peep. So where the heck is he then? Huh, what's got Taro Maru so worked up today? He's always such a good boy.
Hello. Have either of you seen Toma?
No, we thought he'd be with you. Why? Has something happened?
Then it's as I feared. On the way here, I heard that Toma had been taken away by the Tenryou Commission. I wasn't certain whether it was true, so I came right here. The fact that he hasn't arrived here as we arranged suggests that it is true. The Raiden Shogun is holding a vision hunt ceremony at the statue of the omnipresent god today to mark the 100th vision seized under the decree.
Oh, okay, so I guess it's more than just the 14 on the statue.
And the 100th vision bearer in question, the one who will have their vision seized, I fear, is Toma.
Hold up a second. So the ceremony that Toma said the Tenryou Commission were busy preparing for, that was this vision hunt ceremony? And he was the target all along?
I believe so. The Shogun and the Tenryou Commission see the ceremony as a milestone. With the 100th vision, they wish to mark the success of the vision hunt decree to date. This cannot happen. I must go and rescue him.
Stay calm. But you are the Shirasagi Hime. That's difficult to say sometimes. Stay calm.
Yeah, like it or not, you represent the whole Yashiro Commission. So if you go and pull a stunt like that, you're basically declaring you and the Raiden Shogun are enemies now, right? And by doing it so publicly, you might be implicating a lot of other people from the Yashiro Commission too.
There is no other option. I must act with haste. The ceremony is about to begin. I will not abandon Toma like this. He is my friend. To think that not long ago we were all eating hot pot together.
He is my friend too. I will save him.
But...
You said it yourself. No time to delay.
Okay, I'll wait here for your return. Get back safely.
Don't worry, Ayaka. A friend's life is on the line. We ain't about to mess this up.
At least I hope not. Alright, guess we're heading up to the statue, or its general vicinity. Oh, apparently I made it.
Capable of using elemental energy without a fission. You are an exception, it appears. Exceptions. The enemy of eternity. You will be inlaid upon this statue.
Looks like we're jumping right into this. Okay, then.
There is much to verify about you.
Right? That didn't work.
Strike dead!
Back off!
Yeah, I figured she'd be immune.
You haven't won yet.
Ow! Nice and spicy! That really hurt! Hey, no ingredients for me to do.
Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
What do you shoot at, Amber?
Inferior.
Let it rain!
Strike dead!
Ready, steady, go! Ouchie, let's dance.
Just a scratch.
I've barely done anything.
This ends now.
Help! Regener is attacking me!
Strike dead!
Ah, I was probably a little late. Nope. Just in time.
Race you!
Evasion is futile.
That really hurt! Boba, get them!
hostilities will be removed. Inferior. You are an enemy that requires special attention.
Oh, I see.
Not so hard!
Strike dead.
You got me.
Well, I wish I would have had the main character
One yet.
as part of the party for this.
You face the lightning directly. Commendable.
Or is this supposed to be a fight that I lose?
Wake up, wake up!
That's the same jump that I made to get there.
Who was that?
Seize her under the decree. Next time, I will strike twice.
Next time I'll try to have the main character as part of the party. Alright. What am I doing now? Characters involved in another quest. International travel log. Alright, which one is this now? I don't remember this one popping up. Welcome to the tea house. How can I help you? About Ramsey. Oh, that businessman. He is indeed in the tea house, but he's been quite stressed recently. Not sure what happened. If you want to find him, just go inside and you'll see him. Oh, that's right. I think I had this quest from another person. They said to meet at the tea house, and I couldn't finish it because the main quest was here. So I guess I have to finish this one up real quick. Hopefully, real quick. Oh, apparently there's a book just sitting here. Okay. Are you a traveler? What can I do for you? About the travelogue. Oh, you mean the travelogue I wrote for that little girl, Midori? Yeah, there's a girl that was saying that she was telling all her friends a bunch of stories, and the stories came from the travelogue. So she asked me to go here and ask him why he hasn't written anything more. I've been too busy to write those lately. She must be getting anxious. Are those travelogues real? What do you think? They don't sound real to me. I mean, I don't know. It's been a few days. I can't remember what the stories were, so I'll just say the first one. I can see you are well traveled. You can tell right away. That's right. Technically, none of the facts in the travelogues are real. Although some places and characters are based on reality, most of the contents are my own imagination. Of course, some of it is not entirely imaginary. For example, in the travelogue that I'm writing, someone made a super balloon. Then he summoned his friends and planned to travel around Tevat in his balloon in 80 days. Also, this balloon does not require a vision to operate. All it takes is some technical knowledge. These people travel around the world in the balloon. They encounter various strange things and phenomena on the way. I was going to write this for Midori, but for some reason I didn't even have time to finish a short paragraph. Why is that? Do you see the guy in the hallway? He is called Heihachi. He has been staring at me since I don't know when. I was going out to look for inspiration for my travelogue, but that guy has been following me everywhere. I don't know what he's trying to do. I'm worried that this guy has ill intentions toward me. I wouldn't dare go out. This is why the travelogue has been delayed. Fortunately, now you are here. Can you accompany me to look for any inspiration outside? With you here, I don't think he would dare do anything to me. I'll take care of it. Thank you. As the saying goes, one must guard against others. Someone's staring at me from behind. I have to guard against him no matter what. So when I'm looking for inspiration, please protect me, traveler. In fact, I already have a few locations in mind. Let's go there right now. First place is near the beach. Let's go. Just for when you restart the main story,
There's still a long road ahead.
I'll just put main character in the party. Oh, I did not actually see that person. I saw this one. Alright, where are we going? Just right across the way. Not really far at all. Alright, the water at the beach is crystal clear, and the color of the sand is so white it's completely different from the open seas. It would be nice to place. It would be a nice place to set sail from, or take off from. The scenery here is very nice. Let me write it down in my notes. Traveler, please wait a moment. I need to think about how to write my travelogue. You can walk around and enjoy the scenery. But please don't stray too far away. The guy Heihachi is following me. He's just nearby. Is he? And I guess we're supposed to walk this way. Oh, you actually want me to walk far enough that he leaves my sight, huh? Or so that I find Heihachi. And while I do this, something will happen, I'm sure. Why are you standing in my way? Are you trying to start something? Why are you following us? Following you? What? I'm just taking a walk around here. What's wrong with that? Do you own this beach? Who do you think you are? Yeah. Pretty good. The scenery is here. The scenery here is really nice. And then, let me have a look. There is a river bend in the outskirts to the north of town. A small waterfall there is very nice. Let's go there. All the way out that way, huh? Yeah, this one's okay. I'll just teleport this way and walk the rest of the way. It's pretty much the same either way, I think. Oops. Don't climb on everything now. What are these? Hello. Why are there monsters wandering around? Although the scenery is very nice, it really is quite dangerous. But I can include this experiment in my travelogue. Let's gotta get out of here and find a safe place. The guy is still following us. He's really persistent. Where are we going now? Just right over here? And that's the guy, though? Like, we're walking right past him to get to a safe point. Sure. Last location is on top of the hill over there. The view there is very good. We should be able to get a panoramic view of something something. We're pretty much at the teleport anyway.
Leave the future for future generations to worry about.
And I'm climbing over everything. That hill? That hill. Okay. Trying to avoid everything. So that might be a little easier. Then we can get back to the main story. Nope. Nope. Gotta be careful. Sometimes you just drop if you don't have a good handhold, apparently. Almost there. There we go. What do we got here? Standing on the top of the mountain, you can almost see the entire Narukami Island. The wind at the mountaintop is quite strong, and the height is perfect for takeoff. There are no obstacles here. And it's a long way from Inazuma City. I won't be disturbed by Doshin or by unwanted people. It really is a good location. In conclusion, it's a good location to take off from, and it's a nice place to write about in the travelogue. That guy is still following us. He just won't let us go. I'll get rid of him. It's fine. Don't worry about him. He wouldn't dare do anything rash with you around. In dealing with this kind of person, if you approach him, he would keep pestering you. Anyway, let's call it a day. Let's go back to the tea house. Sounds good. mean, it's true. If he's just gonna follow you around and say, what, I can be here if I want, all that, just let him be. You know, until he actually tries to do something. You can't really do anything about it. Well, he's not in his oh, he's in here. Okay. Alright, I had some ideas on the main story of my travelogue, but it'll take a day or two to finish the chapter. I wrote a few paragraphs before. Please take these paragraphs to Midori first. When I am finished with the whole story, I'll ask someone to bring her the completed travelogue. Travelogue? That's what he says. How would I know if he has any other agendas? Talking about? Give me a second. Alright, I said this guy has ulterior motives for writing these travelogues. Would think about such a random nonsense. Traveling around Tevat in a hot air balloon without using a vision? There must be some sort of agenda behind it. He just hasn't exposed himself yet. Well, taking this to Midori. Which is right over here. Traveler, did you get the travelogue? This is from Mr. Ramsey. Travel in Tevat in 80 days. Wow, thank you. Let me have a look. Well, how come this is so thin? The other travelogues are much thicker. He hasn't finished it yet. Is that so? I'll wait and read it when Uncle Ramsey is finished. Then I'll have a new story to tell Koichi. Thank you, Traveler. These are for you. Please accept them.
Why have we stopped here?
Oh, did I just immediately jump back into the other quest?
In case you've forgotten, the Komore Tea House is the safest place for me to hide in this area. The only thing is, I probably won't be able to leave again for some time. I'll have to leave the next steps to you.
Alright, what do you need us to do?
Go to Tatarasuna and find the Resistance. The Shogun's army is almost certainly about to issue a warrant for our arrest. There are very few parties that will be willing to shelter us, but the Resistance is an exception.
Hyman's pretty sure Ayaka mentioned them before. Oh yeah! Sangonomiya's group! The ones who came together to fight the Vision Hunt Decree!
That's right. The Resistance was founded by Sangonomiya Kokumi, the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island. Currently, it's her subordinate, Goro, who leads them in their war against the Shogun's army. However, the Yashiro Commission is not on especially close terms with the Resistance, so your dealings with us would normally be frowned upon. But you're different, so that shouldn't work against you. As far as I can see, the Resistance shouldn't have any reason to turn you away. The only issue is that we can't be sure of the Resistance Force's current location. You'll have to ask around along the way. You'll likely pass through territory occupied by the Shogun's army at some point, so be sure to stay on your guard at all times.
Be sure you do the same.
Don't worry about me. I can remain hidden when I want to. I won't make it easy for them.
We gotta hurry up! The Tenryou Commission could be right around the corner! Let's get out of here!
Gather intel. Also, did the other one just complete? Apparently. Yeah. Where am I going? This way? I don't know.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
was unselected. Okay.
Please don't enter without permission.
Okay, so I am just heading over there. It's probably just as easy to travel from here. Since we gotta get on the boat anyway.
Hey, it's just a little lightning. No need to fear it on the open ocean, so there's even less need to fear it on dry land.
Alright. And now we're traveling to another island. I guess I still don't get to go to the castle quite yet. Or at least not officially. I suppose I could try to go in at any time. Even though I haven't, because I don't want to end up with some spoilers that could possibly be there. Alright, am I... Yeah. This way. And left the storm. Although I would really expect that kind of a storm to be around the entire area. Because that's one of the things that they said was like he had to pass through a storm to get here. So, but I kind of wish that they would have that shown a bit more. Because, you know, everything I see is just cloudy sky, but not really. Alright, where is... I'm gonna put a navigation point on that as well, just so I have an idea of where it is. Hopefully I'll have the chance to go get it soon. Apples sitting in the middle of the area? Why is this blue? Oh, anyway. Hello.
I heard they added a couple more people to the wanted list. They're high priority targets, apparently.
But most of our forces are out on the front line. How are we supposed to effectively prioritize them? We'll just have to make sure we keep our eyes peeled when we're out on patrol.
I wonder how they're faring on the front line. Last thing I heard was that we'd pushed the resistance back to just northwest of Musojin Gorge. I don't know if that's true.
I doubt it. Their rearguard isn't far from there. We're gaining ground at the moment, but I don't think we pushed them back that far. Anyway, we should focus on patrol. Come on, we're up.
Fair point. Time to go to work.
The northwest of Musojin Gorge. So that's where the resistance forces are based. We should keep asking around though, just to be safe.
Yep, heading our way to the statue. I am a little glad that I'm finally getting the chance to expand the places I can explore. Granted, there's a lot of stuff that I haven't explored yet. But I mean, it's a big area, so I'm slowly getting. I mean, Liyue still has probably a good half of it to be explored.
Another test subject.
Oh. Not gonna alert your friends? Come on. Back this way a little bit. Nope. Okay. I mean, I guess that's good.
Nice and spicy.
Oh, hello.
Take this!
That tingle? That
Nope. I meant to stand in the fire, but didn't quite work, it seems.
that tingle?
Your blade!
Race you!
A little taste. That tingle?
Nope, too far away.
Picked the wrong test subject. I got careless.
Nice and spicy.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Okay. Grab this chest while I'm here.
Nice. I'm
Trying
starting
to
to lose
avoid
count.
the cook pot because that's what it seems to default to all the time. And here we are.
Oh, hey. You managed to escape too?
Sakamoto.
Yeah. Where are you headed?
Higi Village. I've heard the rumors, but it's still gotta be a safer place than a war zone. What about you?
Don't get me started. I was recuperating on Nizuchi Beach. It's complete chaos over there. The Resistance aren't having an easy time of it. They don't have the manpower for an all-out confrontation, so they can't contend with the Shogun's army. The front line used to be further forward, but they had to retreat a couple of times. Now they're back to Nizuchi Beach. And that's where I've just come from. I was lucky to get out. It's much too dangerous. Their forces are so scattered that no one knows who's who, and anyone you run into pulls their weapon. I just dropped my luggage and ran here. I think we need to keep moving. Things are changing so fast. The further away we can get, the better.
Agreed. Why don't we stick together? Can't hurt to team up with someone.
Nizuchi Beach. Sounds like that's where the Resistance and the Shogun's army are battling it out right now. Let's head over and take a look.
Sure thing. How much further? Oh, quite a bit further. All right. Guess I'll just cross here. That's an interesting tree, though. All right. Don't get too close to the tree. Got it.
Come on, we can do it. I'll protect us.
Again, as usual, I'm trying not to get too distracted. But, you know, see how well that works. This part, though, is not a distraction. This is grabbing the statue, so it reveals the map. Alright, just a little bit more. Looks like there's probably, what, 3 more islands, or 3 more major islands. Oh, and this is going all the way to the left. Oh, what's this? Hypostasis. Oh, might be interesting to fight once. I usually just fight the flower, but I guess they might drop different rewards. Let me look here. So it's what? Gladiator's Finale, Wanderer's Troop, and the Smoldering Pearl. Whereas over here somewhere. Okay, this drops an Everflame Seed. And same equipment, but different level up material, I guess. Is that what that was? Level up material? Yeah. Okay. So maybe not really worthwhile to grab its reward, but maybe just to fight it to see what it's like sometime. At least until I find a character that requires that as the reward for leveling up. Alright, so that waypoint looks like it's way up there. That's a bit out of the way, though. I think I'm just gonna head straight to the beach. See if I can avoid whatever's... Oh. I have to go right past you, huh?
The insolent shall be punished. Where are you?
Okay.
Where are you?
Eyes on me!
Out of my sight. Got you. Mirror images disperse like water. Winter shall eventually come.
I haven't really seen many of those. I think there was one in the chasm and that was about it. What's this? Dendrobium. Just try to avoid things, but I don't know, it seems as if whenever I get it always seems like I'm out of range, and then just as I am almost away, they're like, hey, you.
Hey, look! Do you think that's a resistance fighter?
Could be.
Looks like he's in a tight spot. Let's go help him out.
Yeah.
Show me what you got. I dare
Don't hold back. Into the fire.
Slash! I dare you!
Oops.
I've been bested.
Nice and spicy.
I need to train harder.
There we go.
You saved me. I thought I was about to die. Thank you so much for your help. I'm Tepe, of the Gobius platoon. I'm with the Resistance. I was sent to the front line just recently. I was looking forward to doing my part. Instead, it seems I fell at the first hurdle. So, you aren't dressed like Resistance fighters? Have you come here looking to sign up?
Yes.
Great! Just the other day, I heard General Goro complaining about how desperate we are for more people. Your support will make a big difference. I'll escort you back to our camp. But first, let me bring you up to speed on our current situation. As you can see, the Resistance are at a constant disadvantage when it comes to open confrontation. The goal of the Shogun's army is to uphold eternity. To this end, they have the support of the Tenryou Commission's general, Kujo Sara, who commands an exceptionally strong force. As for us, vision bearers are few and far between as it is. And because of the Vision Hunt decree, they're rarer than ever. The fact we're even able to hold out is thanks to the brilliant strategic mind of Her Excellency, Sango Nomiya. We're also indebted to the great courage shown by General Goro and the Resistance troops. If only I had a vision myself. Not only would I be better placed to share Her Excellency and General Goro's burden, but I'd be able to hold my own on the battlefield too. I couldn't help but notice that you used elemental energy when saving me just now. You must have a vision yourself?
No.
She's a special case. She doesn't have a vision, but she can control the elements anyway.
Are you serious? That's incredible. I guess that means you're immune to the Vision Hunt decree. You have to let me introduce you to General Goro. He'll welcome you with open arms. Perhaps I can also make a worthy contribution this way. Of course, I'd much rather prove my worth by the sword. If only taking down Shogunate samurai was as easy as you make it look. Anyway, we shouldn't delay. Let's head off.
And we're heading even further west. Okay. Wow. I thought it might keep me to this island, but apparently not.
Let the show begin.
Okay then. What is that? It's a relay stone. Can I not climb this? There we go. Alright, what is this? Someplace you can find some mysterious combo of mechanisms. Discharge stone and the culmination stone. I'll read that later. Yeah. a waypoint, so I guess I'll grab that. And I believe these red things are used to make fishing bait. So I kind of want to grab a few of them so I can restock the bait that I haven't had in a very long time. Oh, and here we are in a storm again. Want to mark this so I don't miss it somehow. Looks like I might have to travel through some...
When stuck on a deserted island, rain is a precious source of drinking water. There's no need for it now, though.
Some electrical area, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. So if I recall... Oh, hello. You guys just appear out of nowhere. And just try to avoid all of this. No, no. Going over here. Because I see a rock that I need to break. Oh, okay. Where does this lead? Up. Well, I guess that's better than nothing. There we go. Now I can avoid the, oh, that looks interesting. But no. Please don't mind me, I'm just passing through. Nope. There we go. Heading over here to the statue. Go. Don't want to be struck by lightning. And we open up a bit more. What is this? Bagu Kinki. Autonomous humanoid swordsman. Okay. Is it going to make us go all the way to the west? Hopefully not. I mean, I wouldn't mind it if it did. But I mean, I feel I'm getting close if there's a quest right over here. I feel that purple water is not something I want to swim in like I've done before. Oh. Not sure what that was about. But, hello. No? Can't talk to you. Okay. I guess it's okay for me to just walk in. And I suppose we're with a soldier. Where am I? There we go. Oh, him. Yeah, I've got him as a character. Interesting. Hello.
This is what happened, General Goro. I was surrounded by Shogunate samurai, and they came to my rescue. They can use the elements without a vision. The Resistance could really use people with that kind of skill. We should bring them in.
I presume you've heard that the goal of the Resistance is to defeat the Shogun's army and repeal the Vision Hunt Decree. This is no easy task. Each who sets foot on the battlefield must be ready to sacrifice their life. Tell me, why do you wish to join us? The Resistance cannot accept any who don't possess a warrior's will. You and I must be certain of your decision.
Let me tell you about the seizure of the 100th Vision.
You're referring to the ceremony to mark the 100th Vision seized under the decree, right? Yes, we received some news of it here, despite it taking place over in Inazuma City. There was a disturbance, allegedly. Highly unusual considering that the Raiden Shogun appeared in person. But why do you wish to discuss this all of a sudden? Unless you have some information to share.
It was me. I mean, it wasn't, but... Sure.
What?
Yep, we had a fight with the Raiden Shogun and everything. Then we grabbed the Vision Bearer and whisked him off to safety. After that, they added us to the Army's wanted list. That's why we came here.
Now that you mention it, we did just recover a bounty notice from a Shogunate samurai defeated in battle. It read, "Reward for the capture of a blonde-haired traveler and their mysterious flying pet."
Poor Pylon.
So this refers to you two?
What? Who are they calling a mysterious flying pet?
My apologies. I understand your situation well enough for now. On behalf of the Resistance, welcome to our ranks. Her Excellency is currently away from the camp. We don't know where she went, but she instructed us to take care of everything in her absence. I will ask Teppei here to show you around the camp first, and then dispatch you straight to the front line. If you're ready, of course.
You got it.
Yes, sir. I used to be in the logistics division, so I'm the right person to show you around. I know the setup like the back of my hand. I'll make sure you get a warm Resistance welcome. Let's start with the field hospital. Some of my friends are recovering there. Last time I saw them, I promised that I'd introduce any new recruits. When they're finally back on the battlefield alongside us, we'll all be brothers in arms.
Alright. Guess we get to see what this place is like. Is there actual places for me to visit here? I mean, doesn't look like it. Fort Ume. Oh, there's a wave rider over here. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking there might be like that sort of stuff here, but I guess not.
Is this a new recruit?
Looks like a strong addition to the troop. Hopefully someone I can spar with after I've recovered.
Whoa. Brand new recruit and your first thought is to start sparring with them. You're getting ahead of yourself. That wound of yours isn't something that's gonna clear up in a few days. Teppei, did you bring this one in? How are things on the front line?
Well, the enemy are much stronger than we could have imagined, but we're holding our own. I've been right in the thick of it. At one point, there were a horde of enemy troops surging towards us like the tide, but I didn't flinch. I drew my blade and charged straight into the fray. 4 Shogunate samurai, and only one of me. But I still managed to fend them off.
Look at you. When did you grow nerves of steel?
This lady stole the show, though. When she saw me tiring and falling back, she burst onto the scene and took down a whole group of them in one fell swoop. They were no match for her at all. I heard she even stormed the Vision Hunt ceremony, and that the Raiden Shogun herself failed to take her down.
Well, I mean, kind of.
Amazing work, both of you. Still, I can believe most of that, but her facing off against the Raiden Shogun? I think you might be embellishing the story a little there, Teppei. I mean, we've all heard of the Muso no Hitotachi, right? Either way, to tell the truth, with all the losses we've sustained recently, I was starting to lose hope in our ability to hold out much longer. But seeing fresh recruits join our ranks and hearing Teppei's exploits, I'm itching to get myself better as soon as possible, so I can get back out on the front line.
Huh. That's a lukewarm epiphany if you ask me. While you're lying there itching to get better, I'm still out there training hard despite my injury. Well, even though it burst open again yesterday.
And that's why that's a bad thing.
It did? Well, do you need me to get you something to dress it with? I heard about a remedy recently that uses wild bugs. All you need to do is grind Onikabuto into powder and it makes a very effective dressing. They say it feels cool on the skin and acts fast to completely cure flesh wounds.
Sure, I'll take one. Thanks.
Sounds a little strange to me. I would have thought wolf hooks would do the trick, but it's your decision.
Wolf hooks may do the trick, but, you know, the Onikabuto are at least in the area. You'd have a much better chance of getting that as a remedy than you would getting wolf hooks, which are from a single little place in the world.
Well, how about we let our new recruit decide? I'll stay here and make some preparations. If you're a fan of weird and wonderful remedies, please gather some Onikabuto for me. I'll take it from there. But if you're more of a wolf hook advocate, bring some of those instead. Personally, I recommend we try the new remedy. It sounds promising.
I've got them both.
Thanks for your help. Have you decided which dressing to use yet?
Well, you're not using it on me. So, I've got a lot of those, but you only want one. Did I actually get hit? Okay. I finally got hit by lightning.
All right, I knew you'd back me on this. I can't guarantee it'll work, but if it does, everyone will be fighting fit again in no time. Why don't you hand me the ingredients? It's a bit of a chore to prepare, so I'll take it from here.
Hello there.
Ow, ow, ow. Huh? Just like that, the pain stopped. Now it just feels numb.
Looks like this might actually work. Not bad, Teppei. As soon as I'm better, we'll have to do some serious sparring together to make up for lost time.
I am just going through the main storyline at the moment. I just arrived at the rebel camp. Stream's been going pretty good. I was doing some story quests earlier. I believe it was Act 1 of Zhongli's story, which I thought was pretty good. As it is, I'm trying to get through some of the main story quests as well, so I can further along the story and get more places to explore.
Sparring? You have a one-track mind, seriously. But good going, Teppei. When you first applied it, it felt like you were rubbing salt into the wound. But then the pain disappeared and there was just a cool sensation. I swear, I can feel my body repairing itself already. Still, I better not start overdoing it quite yet. Thanks to both of you for looking after us so well. The day I'm discharged, drinks are on me.
Just glad we were able to help. All right, I'm gonna continue giving our new recruit the grand tour. Rest up, you guys.
Don't forget to visit the training grounds. Get some practice in before you hit the front line.
Calm down and get some rest.
The training grounds. That reminds me, they should be doing archery training over there right now. Let's head over.
Ah. Well, as far as I've been able to tell, just, keep running around and, I guess do whatever the things that get you experience to do. A lot of the daily stuff gives you quite a bit, but then again, you can only do those once a day. Oops. But AR-25, I mean, I'm currently at 45 right now. Been trying. I have a difficult time actually holding back between sessions. So pretty much every session, I have to worry about if I'm ranking up. To me, it's going really quickly, but I am really enjoying everything that I'm doing. AR-25, I don't know if the story is restricting you at all in that. Like, I assume you're somewhere in Mondstadt or Liyue, but I guess that depends on how fast you're going through the story itself. Let's see. I started I think the first stream was sometime in February, but I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that it's taken me in the entire time. But there's a lot of stuff that I was doing in between sessions. But I don't know. To me, it doesn't seem like it's taken all that much time. I think. I haven't actually thought about how long it's taken me. So, I mean, it is quite a few hours. I wish there was some way I could show it here, but to get me to 45, I've done 20 streams, maybe. And in between them, I haven't really done too much. I've done my daily stuff every day. I usually go around collecting minerals, any flowers that I come by, and just general exploring. If I bring up the map here, whoops, where am I going? Too far, too far. This is the progress I've made on exploration. Most of Mondstadt, mid 90s. Dragonspine is 96. And then down in Liyue, I have done most of my exploration up in the north here. And I still have pretty much all of Midland to explore. I've gotten some of it as I've just been traveling from place to place. But the Sea of Clouds, and Leisha, I haven't really done much exploration in. And then over in the chasm, I have quite a bit to do as well. So I've still got a lot ahead of me. So, I mean, getting to 45 is not a difficult thing. It just might take a little bit of time. Yeah. Yeah, I have the rewards up here. This is just popped up since I started the stream. I didn't want to stop in the middle of the stream to collect them. This over here is one of the events, so I've done a bit of that just to get the materials and the primo gems. So, and then I think it just for adventure, or what is it called? Yeah, adventure experience. You're gonna get a lot from dailies. You're gonna get a bit from your weekly helping out in cities. I forget what they're called. If you've got the
Just a little light.
what are these things called? It's not telling me, but whatever this thing is, if you've got those, you know, that gives quite a bit of adventure experience as well.
No need to fear it on the open ocean.
I personally have not used, where are they? As many of these fragile resin as I should. I've got a stock of 43. I should use them. So, you know, it doesn't take much to get what you need. And I haven't really used them because I know that they would give me more adventure experience. So I've kind of been stocking up on those. But yeah, I mean, I'd say just stick with it. Eventually you're just gonna get to 25. Yeah, like I said, I didn't want to use them because I'm currently having trouble keeping up with my character levels.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Like my main party is Beidou and Xiangling, usually Amber, but right now I have the main character in the party because she was kind of necessary, and then I have Barbara as my healer. But at 25, should use, yeah, I definitely used a couple because I needed 20 of these lightning prisms. So most of the time they just drop 2 per boss. So, you know, that's 10 times I've had to fight a boss. Sometimes they drop 3, but not often enough to make it worthwhile.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
But yeah, I definitely plan to use a few more of them, especially now that I realize I can't level up my characters until rank 50. And I just hit 45, so I know I have to do the quest, whatever it is, the Ascension quest. Level 45. I could lower the world level, but again, that just drops the number and quality of items that I can get. So I just try to do it as I can. But at the moment, you know, my party is okay at what I'm doing.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
I got fairly lucky with Beto when I first started. She was part of one of the Wish. I forget which one. But the one at the beginning of February, and I managed to get quite a few of her. So she's kind of become my main character that I use. Okay. Level 80 is all I need for a while. That's good to know. Um, a few streams back, I actually ran into the problem where I hit like
Always ready.
Adventure Inc. It was either 35 or 40, and it happened right at the beginning of the stream, and so it was a difficult stream to get through, and one of the bosses there actually took out my entire party just because all the monsters had leveled up and I was not ready for it. So, but I'm definitely enjoying the game. I like the story. The game mechanics are pretty good. I like the exploration. A lot of the side stories, though, I don't really do on stream because they're not necessarily voiced, and I can only do so much talking before my voice starts sounding about like it does now. But like, the Sadai Island, I started. I went over here and talked to some of the quest people here, but they're not voiced, so I kind of put that on pause to see if people wanted me to go through it on stream. And the same was for the chasm. Like I kind of view Dragonspine, the chasm, and this island all kind of similarly, because they seem to have like a side story of their own, but I can only do so much per session before it starts to get rough on my voice. And so I kind of try to space it out a bit between the main story and maybe some of the voiced other quests that pop up, just so I can have a little bit of a break in between talking. Somebody mentioned before, though, that apparently there's some things that are going to happen that aren't necessarily. I don't know. I forget how they explained it, but not necessarily everyone wants to watch it or can watch it. So I'm kind of trying to take it a little at a time, so I don't upset anyone. Oh, and here I go.
Oh, another miss. This sucks. Let's see now. I've loosed exactly 10 arrows and only one...
Bullseye?
Only one hit the target.
This isn't good enough. It's evident from these past few days the practice alone isn't enough to improve our marksmanship.
Okay, yeah, I was having a bit of a time in Dragonspine, and I think it was mainly due to the cold mechanic there.
How hard could it be? Just draw the bow, aim, and shoot. Clearly, I underestimated the skill involved. With progress like this, who knows when we'll be fit for battle? I suppose all we can do for now is wait for the drill master's next visit and ask him for more tips.
Seems things have gotten tough on the front line recently. All the best drill masters have already been dispatched to fight. I guess we'll just have to keep practicing ourselves. At this rate, who knows if we'll ever become resistance fighters.
Come on, guys, less complaining, more training.
Teppei-senpai?
Listen up for a second. I've come to introduce our newest recruit. In battle, she single-handedly slayed multiple shogunate samurai without so much as breaking a sweat.
Paimon surely seems proud right here.
And that was after interrupting the vision hunt ceremony with a feat of stunning bravery. Not to mention surviving an encounter with the Raiden Shogun.
Is that true? Perhaps you'd be willing to give us some archery tips? We promise not to take too much of your time. A quick demonstration would be all we need. Our previous training was so rushed that we hardly remember the proper technique.
It would mean a lot.
Okay, but watch closely.
Oh, you got it. We won't let you down.
I suppose I'm gonna need an archer for this. There's a certain number of blue targets. Hitting red targets. Okay.
It's hard to remain on dry land for so long. Never quite seem to get my land.
Suppose I need an archer for this.
Outrider Amber, reporting.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
All right, yeah. Glad to have you here. My next stream of this is going to be on Tuesday. If you're only interested in Genshin. But yeah, I stream Sunday through Thursday. I start at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I try to go for at least 3 hours, sometimes more. So, yeah, just stop by if you can. If not, you know, they're on YouTube for you to watch whenever you want. So, have a good time. And thanks for showing up. Let's see. I need to resurrect my character because Amber fell in the fight with the Raiden Shogun. That should be good. So, yeah, I guess I don't need to do it with fire.
Well, there you have it. I told you our latest recruit is pretty strong.
Incredible! I think I understand what I was doing wrong now. My posture was off, and I didn't draw back with enough force. Seems I also need to focus on keeping my grip steady and monitoring the external environment. If I can get those few down, I'll be hitting my mark in no time.
Those few, huh? Watching your demonstration was a great help. I learned a lot. At least this time I was able to observe some proper technique. As long as I can retain it, I know I'll become much stronger. Honestly, before this whole conflict came about, I was just another everyday citizen of Watatsumi Island. My wife and I were leading a quiet life together. War and battles were the last things on our mind. That all changed with the Vision Hunt decree. The actions of the Shogun's army ignited something inside me. That's why I joined the resistance. The road ahead of us now seems like a long one indeed. Can those of us without visions or combat skills really become adept fighters like them? There's no use in speculating. Thank you both for your help. We'll keep practicing as much as we can.
Stay focused. With us holding the front line, you can continue sharpening your skills until you're ready. Now then, let me show you around some other places. Where should we head next?
Sir, we've got trouble. The Shogun's army is attacking. There are still many wounded in the camp. We mustn't let the enemy break through. We'll need your help to hold them off.
What? Impossible. How could they have reached us all the way out here? We'd better go assess the situation. A chance for us to prove our worth in battle.
Alright. Time to go fight, I guess. And it's storming. So
Soldiers, quick!
I could just go like this and get caught on the wood.
Well, we managed to hold them off. But what would the Shogun's army be doing here? We have sentries and patrols posted all around the perimeter here. The enemy should never have been able to reach us this far unnoticed. Unless we have a traitor in our midst. They must have an informant, feeding them intelligence and helping them to approach unseen. That's the only possible explanation.
Yeah, but you're a little quick to jump to that explanation.
Our priority is finding the agent and protecting the camp. This is my chance to show what I'm made of.
I mean, they could have just followed us here.
Sir, if I may, I just returned from inspecting the perimeter. It appears that several portions of our defensive walls were already collapsed. The Shogun's army must have known about this vulnerability and made their way over from the cliffs nearby before attacking through the gaps in our defenses. I suggest we repair the walls and double the guard. That should keep them from sneaking up on us like this again.
In that case... Understood. Leave the repairs to us. We can make use of the wooden rope nearby to patch up the defenses. Why don't we make this more interesting, recruit? A contest between the two of us. Just don't underestimate me. If there's anything I know, it's logistics. You'll see.
Collect the materials. Okay. Here we are. Oh, there we go. Then repair the walls.
All right, that should do it. The Shogun's army will have a hard time getting past this, no matter how determined they are. Seems I've made another valuable contribution to the resistance. But why does it always have to be logistics work? I thought getting transferred to the front line would be a chance to showcase my abilities and square off with the enemy. Instead, here I am. Doing what I've always done before.
Well, if that's what you do best.
Why are you so insistent about being on the front line?
It's just like General Goro said. We joined the Resistance because of our warrior's will. There are a multitude of ways to contribute to the Resistance, but who wouldn't want to take out a few shogunate samurai given the chance? Anyway, we got more than we bargained for inspecting the camp. Let's report back to General Goro. If all goes well, we might just be assigned a few missions closer to the action.
Alright, back up to the top of the hill. I guess I'll run around this time rather than just climbing up. Guess it's not that much of a difference.
Strange. I don't see General Goro anywhere.
We've had a change of plans. The general has been dispatched to the front line to lead our forces into battle. The Shogun's army is attempting an advance on the main front. Reports have it that Kujo Sara is now personally leading the enemy forces. As for us, it's been days since Her Excellency last made an appearance here. We've executed almost all the directives she gave us, but have received no further instruction. The situation is becoming grim. If we retreat any further, I fear morale may falter. For now, We can only pray that General Goro will be able to turn the tide, however difficult that may seem.
We should go to the front line. Our forces need all the help they can get. We're no use to them here. We mustn't let Tatarasuna fall to the enemy.
Okay, apparently we're heading back to the front lines again. I'm glad I got the teleport along the way. Makes it a little easier. And I'm facing the wrong way. There we go. It's a kind of a neat shipwreck. Defeat the treasure hoarders. Oh, pardon me, coming through. And look who's here. It's the treasure hoarder guys again. They're suspicious as usual. Let's drive them out. What? Oh, I just didn't step close enough.
So, you are the only one here? I thought I might get to meet your grand strategist. She is the one that's been causing our forces so much trouble. The fact the Resistance has even held out for this long is thanks to her. But soon, the Resistance will fall. They are no match for the might of the Shogun's army. Her schemes mean nothing now. We have already rooted out those behind the Resistance. All who have dishonored the almighty Shogun will be punished.
I have faith in Her Excellency and in the soldiers of the Resistance. The Vision Hunt Decree is a brutal injustice. Our resistance has only just begun.
It is futile. There is one other thing. I'm sure you've seen the recent arrest warrants. I trust that the blonde traveler is somewhere among your forces now.
Yeah, I'm right over here.
I will make you a deal. Hand her over to us, and you'll buy yourself some time. A respite from the bloodshed would be advantageous to both sides, would it not?
So that's why you brought reinforcements. Just to get...
She is of great importance to the almighty Shogun. But the way I see it, she is expendable to the Resistance.
That's where you're wrong! She means just as much to us! As a member of the Resistance, she's a comrade! I'll never surrender her to you! The Resistance never betrays its own. Her Excellency made that clear to everyone from the very beginning.
General Goro!
Teppei and the Traveler, what are you doing here?
We're here to help. It's my duty as a member of the Resistance.
It would appear our time to fight side by side has finally come.
Well, well. We meet again. This time, I won't let you get away. I thought that you would seek refuge with the Resistance in the hope of receiving asylum. That you choose to show up here proves that you have more bravery in you than I had originally thought. And now that you're here, I have a proposal. Why not represent the Resistance in a fight of honor?
A fight of honor? What's that?
Before the battle begins, each side chooses their finest warrior for a match of single combat. To the superior force, there's little significance in such a duel. But to the weaker force, victory could constitute an important boost to their morale. Her motives are clear. She wants to use the match as an opportunity to capture you. Do not feel compelled to participate. We can take the fight to them without such a ceremony.
Well, what do you think? Will you fight?
I don't have a choice, so I accept. No, it's just me versus a guy. Alright.
quantity! By order of the almighty Shogun!
Be wary! You're up against a powerful opponent!
Am I? Are you sure? I see. So it's not just...
got this.
It's...
There's more than one round. Keep it up.
Oh, I forgot I had Amber in the party in that slot.
I won't forget this.
Just moving up the ranks, it seems. Oh, if I have to fight their entire army one at a
That's 2
time?
rounds in a row! The Shogun's army is not invincible! We can win! The soldiers are rallying! Your warrior's will is bringing them hope, Traveler!
Allow me to strike first.
Alright, got me that time.
I'll spare nothing.
Windblade.
I dare you.
I mean, go ahead, dare me.
Stronger than I anticipated. This contest has served its purpose.
Soldiers, attack! Glory to the Shogun and her everlasting reign!
Prepare to engage!
Well, that wasn't very
All of you,
nice.
with me!
No!
Stand firm! Hold the line!
Oh, something's going on.
Her Excellency!
It seems you've
The
fallen
wait
into
is
the
over,
trap.
my comrades. Now is our moment.
Calm as the breeze, my lady.
I just hope you can afford all these mercs you've gathered! Ha!
Kazuha!
We meet again, old friend.
Retreat!
All forces, retreat!
Greetings. Well, this is the first time we've met. Please, allow me to introduce myself.
Yeah, it's interesting that Beto is here as well. I was kind of thinking that her story was kind of over with. But I'm glad to see it's continuing.
I am Sangonomiya Kokomi, organizer of the Resistance and also the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island. Perhaps it's the first time you're hearing that title. To put it simply,
I'm the person currently in charge on Watatsumi Island, which is also the home front of the Resistance. I've actually heard all about you from Beidou and Kazuha. I hadn't expected to find you join the Resistance, though. Do you have a plan beyond this point?
No immediate plans.
In that case, shall we continue our conversation at the Shrine of Sangonomiya? Although the Shogun's army has retreated for now, the war is far from over. The Vision Hunt Decree has not been repealed, and neither the Tenryo Commission nor the Raiden Shogun show any sign of stopping. In short, our problems have yet to be resolved. I suggest we move to the shrine to discuss our counterplan. What say you?
Sure.
Can I come too?
I suppose.
I know Watatsumi Island very well. I can carry on being your guide if you'd like.
Of course you can come. I don't see why I have the right to say whether or not you can, but sure.
Goro, thank you for all you have done. Our forces are weaker than the Shogun's army, and my absence can only have made the recent days all the more trying for you. I'm afraid I must still ask you to stay a while longer, to keep eyes on the Shogun's army and also to see to the wounded. But I will ask the mercenaries to remain stationed here, and Kazuha is here too. Hopefully this will serve to reduce the pressure you are under.
Well received, Your Excellency.
I must return to Sangonomiya now. I have a few things to attend to. Once you're ready, please rendezvous with Teppei. He will escort you there. Thank you for all your efforts so far. From this day on, I fight alongside you. Fight for the future of Inazuma.
Okay, so I guess that's the end of that one. Where does it want me to go for the next part? Alright, back over there again. Really need to get some of those waypoints. But for now, I think I'm gonna probably call it here. Looks like we got a good 3 islands opened up. I'm gonna do a bit of exploration when I have the opportunity. Kind of want to fight this thing to see what it's like. Even if I don't grab what it has for rewards. I'd also check this thing out as well. But other than that, you know, I guess I'm gonna do a bit of exploration. I'll leave this island alone for a little bit to see if anybody wants to see me run through it. If not, then I will do it on my own. I know that the next wish here is gonna be up in 2 days, it looks like, so I guess by the time I start streaming on Tuesday, the new banners will be here, and I think I'm gonna be trying to get Ayaka. I've got, what would this be? Let's see, 8,000 is 50, 60, 70, 85 at the moment. I might have 90 by the time it gets here. So, you know, I guess that means I will get a, if nothing else, I will get a 5-star. What are the details here? Oh wait, this is the wrong banner. Sorry. So I'm definitely gonna get another 5-star character. Hopefully it will be Ayaka, because I really need another ice character.
It's hard to remain on.
According to my list of characters,
If you ever want
I
to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
really only have Kaya as an ice character, and I haven't really used him because he's still level 20. So hopefully, I get Ayaka and have myself a decent ice character. Or at least she seems decent. I got to try the character out over at whatever this is, the Harmonix Research Facility. She was a character you could use during that, and I really like what she can do. So, looking forward to it. Even though I don't expect to necessarily get here. It's my understanding that with 90 attempts at worst, you get a 50-50 chance, either her or another 5-star character. But other than that, tomorrow I'm playing Pokemon Sword. I think I am getting close to the ground gym or rock gym, whichever one it is. Maybe it's a fighting gym. I can't remember. So I'll be doing that, continuing on with the story, maybe finding some more Pokemon, and filling out my party. Really only one or two of them, one or two of the Pokemon I currently have, I'm considering to be permanent party members, and I'm still trying to figure out the other 4. So, yeah, tomorrow's Pokemon. The day after, Tuesday, coming back to Genshin. We'll see what I can do. Maybe get a new character. Wednesday is going to be Vampire Survivors. As I mentioned before, there's another game very similar to it that I want to try, but I think I'm going to finish Vampire Survivors first and then move on to the other one. And then on Thursday, it'll be Genshin again because it seems like there's a lot of story, and I'm just needing to open up more to explore. And as I get closer to the end, I might do less in number of streams of Genshin. Like I might drop it back down to 2 or even 1 per week, but I will definitely fill those slots up with other games if I do so. So that's it for me tonight. Hope to see you all again next time. I suppose I should mention streams start at 6 o'clock Eastern and run for 3 hours at the minimum, unless something happens to my voice or something. I do try to go for 3 hours at a time, if not longer. I don't want to leave in the middle of quests or anything, so whenever, however long it takes for those to get finished. I have streamed for 5 hours at most so far, and in one night, so it could happen again. But anyway, that's it for me tonight. I will talk at you all next time. Have a good night.